A very significant figure in Inuit life is the goddess of the sea, Sedna, also called Sina, Sena, Sayana, and many other names. There are a number of different versions of the story of Sina. Here is one of them. So long ago, it may have happened, before the white man and all other men, the Inuit hunted the land and fished the sea. In this time, there was a great hunter whose wife had died, leaving a girl child. The hunter raised the child himself. The child grew to become a beautiful and talented woman, with many suitors seeking her hand. The hunter was proud for his daughter. She could sew good clothing, and in all the land none was so beautiful. Finally the hunter decided who would marry his daughter, and with pride he called his daughter to his side and said, "Daughter, I have chosen your husband. It will be this man." The daughter disagreed and would not take the man her father had selected. The great hunter and her husband-to-be felt shamed. In anger, the great hunter said, "You have shamed us. Since you will not accept this man, then you will have my dog as a husband. For that is all that is fit for a girl child who disobeys her father." During the night, the hunter's dog came in and visited the daughter, and on this night he took her as his wife. When the great hunter realized what had occurred, once again he felt shamed, and he cried out, "Daughter, you are carrying the child of my dog. You shame us again. You will be placed in isolation, as you deserve no better." With that, the great hunter took his daughter and isolated his daughter on an island, so no others could be shamed by her. But the dog husband loved his wife. She was gentle and kind, and so to save his love and his wife and the mother of his litter, Dog swam out to the island every day, his packs laden with food and skins. And the daughter survived and gave birth to a litter, some human and some dog children. Finding out about this perceived atrocity, the great hunter was enraged. Unknowing to the dog, the hunter filled the dog's packs with heavy stones, so when Dog swam out with supplies, the pack was too heavy, and Dog sank to the bottom and was drowned. Several days later, the great hunter began to feel remorse for his only child. He set out in his kayak, laden with food, to make amends, but he was driven back, for in her grief, the daughter sent her dog children to attack their grandfather. Fearing reprisal from her father, the daughter made efforts to save her children. She placed the dog children in one of her sealskin boots and set them adrift upon the sea, praying to the gods of the air to see them safe. And so they were. The mukluk floated out to sea and became the ancestors of the white men. With her remaining boot, the daughter placed her human children inside and once again prayed to the gods and set them adrift. The human children floated away to become the ancestors of the Indians. Now the daughter was alone and without food. The great hunter was fearful to return with supplies. Each day before hunting, he would look out across the sea toward his daughter, but he did not venture out to her again. Then one day, as he glanced out, his daughter was no longer to be seen. She had disappeared. During his hunt, a handsome man in a kayak had appeared, and seeing the beautiful daughter, stopped and said, "Come with me. I am a great hunter. I will provide you with food and home." and so the daughter went with the handsome man. En route to her new, far-off home, they stopped along the way. The handsome man removed his clothing, for the sun was high, and kayaking is hard work. The girl burst into tears, for now, standing before her, was not a handsome man, but a northern fulmar in human form. A fulmar is a birdman, a crow, a raven. His eyes were black, his muscles bulged, and without the need for human clothing, the fulmar once made good speed, and soon he and his daughter were at his nest tent. Time went by, and true to his word, the fulmar provided food and warmth and shelter to the daughter, and she did not want for anything. Together they had a child. The father continued his search for his daughter, feeling very remorseful about how his pride had made him treat his only child. After many years of travel, he once again found his daughter in the land of the fulmar. The father had arrived when the fulmar was away, and seeing his daughter, he burst into tears and begged, "Forgive me, daughter. I have come to take you home." And with those words, the father scooped up his daughter and, with his kayak, began making their way home. The fulmar returned, and, seeing his wife was gone, set out to rescue her. In his bird form, he was quickly able to find and catch up with his wife. His wings beat down upon the water as he swooped, trying to make his father turn back. The waves grew bigger and almost capsized the kayak, and in fear of dying, the father threw his daughter overboard so he could get away. She held upon the kayak by her fingers. The hunter father, in abject terror, took his knife and with one slice chopped off one of her fingers. The daughter's finger fell into the sea and became a seal and swam away. The hunter chopped another finger. It, too, took life and became a walrus. The hunter chopped a third finger, and it became the bearded seal. With each finger being cut from his daughter, sea mammals were made. Finally, with no fingers to grasp the kayak, the daughter sank to the bottom of the sea. As she sank, Tatek the moon spirit, Sela the air spirit, combined together and said, "For your hardship, we give you the power of all so that you may become guardian of the Inuit." And with that, Sedna was born and created a kingdom which lies at the bottom of the sea, where she was once again reunited with her dog husband. The father made good his escape from the fulmar, but the memories of how he had treated his daughter gave him great remorse. One day he lay down at the edge of the sea and asked his daughter to forgive him. As he slept, the tide came and reunited him with his daughter. Together, all dwell at the bottom of the sea. Now, when the Inuit transgresses against the land or against other Inuit, Sedna makes the sea mammals scarce and causes the sea and the air to storm, displaying her anger to her people. It is then the shaman must travel to the kingdom of Sedna and having discovered the roots of the problem, then come and solve and rectify them with the people. Only then will Sedna be placated and calm the weather and release the mammals so the Inuit do not suffer starvation.